Because it feels great to be alive. Hey, baseball fans, let me know what you guys thought of that new intro. And speaking of that new intro, I want to send out a shout out to my awesome host brother from Round Rock, Texas, Seattle's University Baseball's own, and Round Rock, Texas High School Baseball own, and Boise Hawks own Cameron Dayton for that amazing intro. All that intro to the channel, that goes to him, each and every credit. So shout out Cameron Dayton. But we will get back to Cameron Dayton in a little bit in the episode, guys. But I do want to start off by sending you guys an apology. We did not have a post-game show on the channel after the game last night. I went to dinner with some friends and all that. So that is why no post-game show last night. But in today's episode, we are going to talk about the preview for today's game. And then we will talk about last night's game. So let's start off with last night's game. Last night's game was a historic one for two reasons. Reason number one, for the first time in 2025, the Boise Hawks were known as the Boise Baconators. Yes, they are back. The Boise Baconators returning for the third straight year in the Pioneer League. And then the second reason is for the first time ever in our Pioneer League baseball history, we played host to the Oakland Ballers. All right, this is where we get Cameron Dayton back in the picture, guys, because game one starter for the Boise Baconators was none other than Cameron Dayton. Didn't really start off the game off the way we would hoped. The Oakland Ballers would send 5 batters to the plate in the top of the first. It would be a base hit, a walk, another single to drive in, and RBI. So going to the bottom of the first, the Boise Baconators were already down 1-0. But the Boise Baconators did answer on their own. They would send 7 batters to the plate in the bottom of the first, and they would score 2 runs. And in a matter of moments, had the lead right back. After 1 inning of work, it was all Baconators by a score of 2-1. But that's when it got more tough, because the Oakland Ballers, they answered in the top of the second inning. They would send 6 men to the plate. They would put up a 3-spot in the second, and they would have the lead. But then the Boise Baconators would respond again in the bottom of the second. They would bat around in the bottom of the second, and they would put on a 5-run second inning. And after that, it was all Baconators. But that's when we go to the top of the sixth. The top of the sixth, the Boise Baconators were up 9-4. And boom! Out of nowhere, that is kind of when it all went downhill from there, guys. The Oakland Ballers were able to bat around in the 8th inning. They were actually, if I look at it, they sent 11 men to the plate in the top of the 6th. And in the top of the 6th, 11 men come to the plate for Oakland, and they put on an 8-run inning. So after that, guys, that's when the Boise faithful was getting in a little bit nervous, guys. But you know what? The Boise Baconators would luckily be able to score at least 1 in the bottom of the 6th, and that one would be a boom bomb by Jake Shelley. And Boise Baconator Jake Shelley had 2 long balls in last night's game. Then it got interesting. Bottom of the 9th, the Oakland Ballers were only 3 outs away from winning. The Boise Baconators were 3 outs away from getting their first loss as the Boise Baconators this season. And you know what? By the magic of the magical gods, the Boise Baconators would come back, walk it off. Thank you, Max John Goldberg. Second year, Boise Baconator, Max John Goldberg. Boom! A home run that just got over the left center field fence. And on a Tuesday night at Hawks Memorial Stadium, the Boise Baconators score 4 runs in the bottom of the ninth, and they come back and beat the Oakland Ballers by a score of 14-13. You heard me right, guys. A football score, a football final score at Hawks Memorial Stadium. The Boise Baconators again score 4 runs in the bottom of the ninth, and they walk it off thanks to Max John Goldberg. 14-13, your final score in game 1 of a 6-game series. Okay, guys. So now we get back into the Cameron Dayton. Cameron Dayton was the starting pitcher for the Boise Baconators in game 1. He would go 5 innings. He would give up 9 hits. He would give up 9 runs. All 9 runs that Dayton gave up were earned. He would he would walk 3, strike out 5, and give up 3 home runs. Now, what's really interesting, really about game 1 last night, is that the Oakland Ballers hit 5 home runs, okay? Ballers hit 5 home runs. The Boise Baconators only hit 3 home runs. And really what's interesting about that is, like, if you heard what I said a few minutes ago, the Oakland Ballers hit 5 home runs, the Boise Baconators hit 3. And the Oakland Ballers lose despite hitting 5 home runs. In game number 1, the Boise Baconators come back and walk it off and win. And my whole point around this is, how often do you go to a baseball game or a softball game and you see a team hit 5 home runs and lose? That is my question. You gotta think about it for a little bit. But yeah, there you go, guys. As the Boise Baconators said, a magical night. But it was, despite if it was a magical night or not, it is in the record book. It is a fact. A 4-run 9th inning, a very big comeback win, and boy, it was a great game to watch. Again, game 1, the Boise Baconators score 4 in the bottom of the 9th to come back and beat the Oakland Ballers. 14-13, your final score. Okay, guys, well, tonight is game 2 of a 6-game series, and the Boise Hawks will be back in action, because tonight for game 2, it will be the Oakland Ballers taking on the Boise Hawks. And you know what? As I went to dinner last night and I was coming home this morning, and I really thought to myself, the Oakland Ballers are going to come to play tonight. And I really got to admit, the Ballers, they had the game won, okay? The Oakland Ballers were going to the bottom of the 9th, okay, with a 3-run lead. They had all the momentum going. They had the advantage. Like most of the Boise Baconator faithful, did not believe that we would come back. And I really say this not in a disrespectful way, but I truly, truly do believe that the Oakland Ballers got a little too cocky, and that little bit of cockiness did cost them. I will admit that, but there is no disrespect intended, guys. What's really interesting, though, is knowing how I saw the Oakland Ballers play last night. Tonight, they will not make that mistake again. And I really think the Boise Hawks will have to come and play, because they will have their work cut out for them, guys, as we get ready to take on the Oakland Ballers tonight in game 2 of a 6-game series. And guys, don't get me wrong, I think the Boise Hawks can do it. But in case you guys did not know, the Oakland Ballers right now are now in second place in the Pioneer League standings. Now, the only reason they're in second place is because Missoula got postponed last night. Therefore, with an Oakland Ballers loss just by 0.1 game, the Missoula Paddleheads are in first place. But you know what, guys? Then after I talk all this about the Ballers, the Hawks have a lot of momentum going. With all these wins, with the comeback last night, that is what you call momentum. And all the momentum is in the corner of the Boise Hawks. But I still do believe that the Oakland Ballers are will not make that mistake last night. Like, again, bottom of the ninth, the Ballers got a little too comfortable or cocky, whatever you want to call it, and boom! Max John Goldberg hits a 3-run walk-off bomb, and when you have the game won, you end up losing. So I'm not saying that the Oakland Ballers got embarrassed last night. They had 5 home runs in last night's game, okay? 5. And you know what, guys? The longest home run that was hit by an Oakland Baller last night, it was the catcher Tatum. He had 2 home runs. Tatum was the Oakland catcher last night. His first home run of the night came in the second inning, and it went 425 feet. His second one came in the 6th inning, and that one went 438.3 feet, according to the Pioneer League. So, you know what? The Oakland Ballers, don't get me wrong, they can boom, 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 hit like no other. But it is going to be fun, guys. I'm not nervous. I'm excited for game 2 tonight. But you know what? The thing that the Hawks have to do is keep the momentum going. If they were able to do that to Oakland last night and keep that winning streak alive, that's momentum. But you also got to understand the Oakland Ballers are going to come back for tonight's game 2, and they are going to have a lot of vengeance and revenge on their minds. So, you know what? It's going to be great, but the question now is, will the Hawks be able to go up 2 games to none over the Oakland Ballers tonight? We'll have to wait and find out. Okay, so with that win last night, the Boise Baconators, or the Boise Hawks, they moved to 20-11 overall in the Pioneer League standings. The Oakland Ballers, with their loss last night, they moved to 21-10 overall. It is a tight race in the Pioneer League for first place. The Boise Paprikas, or Boise Baconators, or Boise Hawks, they are literally only 1 game out of first place in the Pioneer League. But you know what? To even win the first half, they will have to at least tie the series with Oakland or win the series. I think if we do not win the series against the Ballers, we will not win the first half. So I guess the better way to say it is this 6-game series is going to be extremely crucial. But you know what? We came back and had a 4-run bottom of the 9th, and boom, walk-off last night. It can happen again. But yes, guys, again, 7:05 Mountain Daylight Time tonight is game 2 of this 6-game series. Okay, guys, before I end the video, again, shout out to Cameron Dayton, my host brother. He did all that big intro thing for the channel, so shout out to him and his amazing family and all that. I hope you guys enjoyed that intro because it really is sick, and I really like it. But all right, guys, that is all I have for you guys on Main Event Baseball with Ryan. But we're not done for today, because after tonight's game, we will have the post-game show for game 2 between the Oakland Bowlers and the Boise Hawks. Oh, by the way, guys, it is officially June 25th. We are exactly 6 months away from Christmas. We are officially halfway to Christmas starting today.